Okay. Next is Cancer. And as I say that, what is this song? Like a dog hanging on your leash. Minutes when you know, shaking on a string, you know, you make me feel like dancing. That's the song. You make this person feel like dancing, or someone makes you feel like dancing, Cancer. Dancing, dancing that way. Okay. Already I'm getting somebody who wants forgiveness, whether it's you or this other person, for behaving cowardly, for lying and being sneaky. They had a scarcity mindset, whether that be with money, possessions, or love, or people. Maybe a fear of abandonment. And they were a creature of habit. But you make them feel like dancing. You put a spell on them, and you right where you want them to be. You make them feel like dancing. You make them feel like dancing. Look at that, babe. They want it with you. They want to manifest big developments with you. They want to travel, maybe even work together. They want to level up. They love you. They're sorry for being out of control. They were defensive. They retreated because they were scared. They didn't make an effort. They were bogged down, or you were that way, and that's what could have resulted in it. Either way, you or them needs to isolate and go within and heal, because somebody wants to reconcile, or someone financially stable, hardworking, dependable, successful, grounded, and stable really wants to dance the night away with you, Cancer, or vice versa. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Flip it, bop it, twist it, pull it, whatever. There was competition in the past. It caused chaos. There were misunderstandings. Somebody felt stuck, did irresponsible things, was unstable. Maybe it's a new person. Maybe you're hung up on the past person. This is a new person. Is it a new person or the past person? It's future. Okay, so with the past person, it was one-sided. If you went after a new person, what could give it away is they're chatty, they're very realistic, and they could be sharp, kind of quirky. Okay. What else for Cancer? Somebody's been in an energy of being manipulative and a perfectionist and ambitious. But somebody is trying to influence and manifest everything they desire. They're taking inspired answer. It's getting hot in here. They were complacent. They had lack of direction. Okay, that sounds like it could be a past person. Tell me about this new love, okay? A few months. Make long-term plans. Okay, what this is telling me is you might not even be attracting new love, Cancer, because you're avoiding karmic lessons that you need to learn. You're imbalanced, you were unfair, and so you might have been the problem in that situation, to be honest. I'm sorry, love. Honesty hurts, but it's better for you in the long run. You need to work on it to be a better person. It's going to take a few months, if not longer, to get back a sense of direction and attract something better than the situation you had. Because it caused psychological trauma. You were both paralyzed by fear. You felt lonely. You're going to attract proposals if you work on yourself. I always suggest self-healing. Take a break from the world and figure out what you want so you can manifest it. Right now, you're just in the energy of needing to heal and be honest about ego so that you can manifest it. Because it looks like good energies want to be in your life. But even if they tried to come in, the situation's going to get warped. Let me give you an example. I was recently in a relationship. He was such a sweetheart. He was so great. But he slowly started changing. And it's because we weren't on the same level. He still had inner child wounds he needed to heal. So even though he wanted to give me so much and do so much, the fear of it actually becoming something real and then him actually having to follow through with those little gestures he made and make them big and keep it going was scary. Because you know what's scarier than losing someone that you don't really know or you're detached from? Losing someone you really love. So you're really caught up on your childhood traumas, it feels like. Cancer, I'm channeling. Give me a couple more. Yeah, you made poor choices. You committed to the wrong things. You're disorganized and overwhelmed. You need to be more conservative. You need to be practical, hardworking, responsible, protective, and you need to be loyal. And you need to take things slower. You dealt with some physical or emotional abuse in the past, or you were that person. There was negative karmic connections, codependency, energetic implants to fuck up your vibe and those around you. A drive for wealth and security and estate and privilege might have been the reason why. You might have had an ego. You might have reached higher in wrong ways. That keeps coming out. Lack of direction. Yeah, you need to go within. You need to go within and heal so that you can actually attract something good for you. I know it feels hard. Healing is not exciting. And depending on how bad your karma is or who you were attached to and how bad their karma is, because a little bit twist it and reverse it if you need to. That could have been the person you were dealing with, or it could have been both of you. But either way, it's not easy. If you did some bad things, the awakening, I feel is more painful, more stressful, more real. But just as if when you do a whole bunch of good things and people still F you over, the pain of that and going through the awakening of that is just as painful. I did it. It was freaking crazy and stressful because it was awakening of my self-boundaries. So me mentioning that, maybe you also need to work on respecting people's boundaries and setting your own. Let's give you a couple oracles. Yeah, there's delay and lack of completion until you start doing things by the book. Stop taking shortcuts because it's just going to be a disappointment. It's going to take time, but little by little you'll get there. I shuffled this deck, and this is a fat deck. And this came out with the last person, so it's meant to come out for you. Be stronger than your excuses, Cancer. Be stronger than your excuses. You might have a demon attached to you. It could be a spiritual, sexual, because then this one is my succubus came out. So, yeah. You want to attract good love? You need to make right choices. All right, that's it. Good luck, Cancer. I pray for your healing.